All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Coastin with Collin. Joined with my good friend and buddy and first returning guest of the podcast, Mr. Travis Harper. How you doing, Travis?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Hope you are. Good to see you as always.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And yes, sir, doing good here, man. So great to see you too. And I'm just going to go for it, Travis and everybody. Yeah, man. So a lot has happened. Me and Travis were just talking before we started rolling here, and it's been about a year since we were talking to each other on the first episode we recorded, and I'm so incredibly proud of Travis for all that he's done over the years, but here in 2022 as well. Um, we're recording this kind of in the middle of December of 22, and it's been a phenomenal year for you, man. So just catches up. What all I know, like last time you just had the saloon, and you've got a lot more in the works now, man.
Yeah. So last year, whenever we did this, I think it was. I want to say we did it in December, and you aired it in January. I want to think that, but I'm not sure.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so yeah, it's been a year since we've hopped on here, but so me and my best friend Dylan, we went into business together, and we opened up this restaurant called Harp and Deals here downtown Kinston. It's located at 212 West North Street here in Kinston, and we serve steaks, seafood, and some damn good burgers. Amazing food. Dylan has blown, I think, the community away. He's blown me away, and I've known him all his life. And just, I think, honestly, I think we've blown ourselves away I think that a lot too. So, yeah, we went into business together. We opened up this restaurant in August of this year. August 17th was our first day. We opened that up, and it has been rolling since. We started opening up first just for dinner, then we opened up for lunch, and now we're doing brunch on Saturday and Sunday. So that's going well too.
Great, man.
We have some, Christmas parties and things booked up for the month of December, and we're kind of just rolling with it right now. We're still new. We're only a few months old. This is our first time running anything this big from scratch, creating it from scratch, from the ground up. So we're stoked on the progress we've made thus far. And now I've decided to take on a new project right down the street as well. It's going to be located at 211 Heritage Street, and this spot is going to be a kind of dedicated to 50s through the 70s, I guess, era Vegas / Hollywood kind of Chateau Marmont vibes. That's where I worked at whenever I was in LA, kind of place. It's going to be a general store during the day. And I'll have some arcade games at the front and things like that. We'll sell some merchandise, some popcorn bagged up, and some fudge and some chocolates and things like that. And at nighttime, I'm going to make it where we project old Hollywood films and black and white movies, and have a little movie, maybe even some newer ones. Maybe have a Pulp Fiction or something like that, and yeah, having some movie nights here in Kinston, and it's connected right beside Sugar Hill, so they can run you pizzas right there to the back room. So it's really kind of dope. It's tied into a pizza restaurant, so that's a win-win. And then they kind of transition into a late night upscale cocktail bar from like 10 to 2 on the weekends, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and kind of have a dance floor / lounge type vibe. And I built myself a VIP room in this place, and it's going to be sick. So it's my third, it's the trifecta here in Kinston. And I kind of feel like I should do something, have a little private fun room, I guess you could say. Why not?
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that's sick, man. That's awesome. I saw just today you had legend out there, Stacy Heath, helping you
Yes.
on the post that, and I know he's been helping you way more than just today, but no, I had the chance to meet him a couple of weeks ago at a wedding, and it was really cool to talk to him just a few minutes. And
He is full of knowledge and wisdom and encouragement and nothing but positivity, man. He's honestly become one of my best friends. I look up to him like a father figure, a role model. I really, really look up to him. And he's helping me with my project, this new spot over here. And yeah, dude, he has been a blessing. We've gotten really close over these last 2 years, and he has really stepped it up and is helping me tremendously with this project. And not just that, man, he's helping me as a person too, man. Like, he's just got a lot of wisdom in that man's heart and in his eyes, and in his words. And he has really, really helped me a lot, man. Like in more ways than one. Thank God for friends like that, man. Some people don't realize how important their friends are and how important their that to me, that's my life, man. Like, I'm kind of a loner. I live alone. I'm single. I've been single for a long, long time, which I enjoy. But I have really, really a lot of relationships and friends that I cherish so much. And his friendship I will never, ever take for granted. So thank you, Stacy, for all the help and all the encouraging things you do for me, and help me when I'm down, and gives me an idea, lets me, he's never heard an idea from me that he thought was crazy. He always really listens, and he's a genuine soul, really.
Man,
so shout out to him, man.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. I pause because we need so much more of that.
Yeah, dude.
In the world today, man.
The world today we need a world. We need a world full of people like him, man.
Yeah, dude. And so actually, and that leads me to like the next thing. And really, between Stacy and Travis and Zach, I've met Zach, once or twice when I've been to the saloon to see Travis and Haley and everybody, but hadn't had a chance to talk to him that much. So hope to change that real soon.
You should hop on his podcast.
Yeah, I need to hit him up, and it would be cool to flip the roles and have somebody interview me. But no, when Travis. Yeah, man. When Travis and Stacy and Zach were all sharing about just in these past 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, about everything going on in Kinston, and positive and negative, but just really coming together to be there for the community.
Yeah, it's all retrospective thinking too,
Yeah, and you guys inspired me, Travis, to watch. And now, admittedly, I did not watch all of it, but I watched probably the first 30 minutes of the city council meeting.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, those speeches there in the beginning, man, they were
that one
inspirational.
And that other guy.
Yeah. Let's create gardens.
Dude, yeah, that was that was pretty powerful, bro.
Yeah, and so that's really a main reason why I wanted you on tonight, man, because I just feel like I told Travis, I said, Travis, I really don't know what to do, but I do have a platform for people for you and for anybody who wants to talk about, this is really, I'm in Greenville, you guys are in Kinston, but I'm Eastern North Carolina as a whole, man. It means so much to all of us.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know, you guys were very inspiring with all that you're trying to do. And so I wanted you to speak, I guess we'll start out. I know the unit, the skate park.
Yes.
You guys are really trying to get that
We
going.
got to, man. We've got, like, we can't let loose. We can't just, like, we'll talk about it for a week, and we got to really, really stay on this topic. I think we're going to go down there and shoot some videos soon, and we have a petition on change.org that we've got. Kevin's got it lined up, and then we're trying to push that. But I think we need to push it a little bit harder and figure out what it is that we need to do to get it to make it happen, man. It shouldn't be like there's a bunch of buildings here, that are just sitting there. We got a bunch of kids that would probably be good at skateboarding or BMX or just something to do with their time, man, other than just running around the street, like it's not like I don't know. It's kind of like, it's hard, bro, and there's a lot, and it's not as easy as said than done either by any means. So it's like, yeah, we want a skate park. We think we should have one, but we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of hurdles to cross before we can get it, but it can be done. Like, it can definitely be done. Like, I mean, it's a skate park. It's not. I mean, I think sometimes it's like. There's so many mixed opinions, and there's so much happening here, and there's so much. I think there is a lot of change in the air. I think it's really hard to describe and know what every single bit of it is and what intention all of it has. But I think there's a lot of change happening here, not just here, like in other places and other small communities. And obviously the world changed in 2020, so now we're all like kind of getting back on our feet. And I mean, for me, I'm starting brand new, basically a whole brand new life since I've been home and since 2020, since the pandemic. So, but I'm from here. I'm from Kinston. I'm from Lenore County. Like, if anything, I just want the best for the community. There's so many lots, there's so many buildings, and I mean, we just need one building or a lot or something to put the skate park on. Kevin has this entire warehouse full of ramps that are completely in great shape, and we just need a place to put them, man. It's almost like people can be stubborn. A lot of people, there's been a lot of support and good. There's been way more positive feedback on the idea than there has been negative, but we just need to focus on the positive and go from there. Like, it's super easy to focus on the negative and focus on like the neglect here in Kinston, all these properties, this vacant, over there more on the east side of town, and it's discouraging. And I just, I wish we could all come together or something. I know it just sounds magical. Let's all come together and just make it beautiful. It's going to take way more than that. Like this also relies in the hands of the city, relies in the hands of people that own these properties and just neglect them and don't care. So, I mean, if anything, I'm trying to draw awareness. If anything, I don't have money to go and fix any of these properties. I have ideas and like the guy with the planting the seed, and making the gardens, and showing these kids how to do that. That was up my alley. Like, and dude, that's literally land and planting a seed. Like, instead of there being like torn down houses and grown up, and these wasted lots, like, put something there. Like, make it something. Make a new program in these schools here in Lenore County. Like, it can be. You got to create things. Things have to be created. They can't be fixed if nothing's created. Albert Einstein said, "The imagination is preview to life's future attractions." I think is exactly what he said. And so, you have to see it in your imagination first. You have to be able to have an imagination and want to see something that's a little bit abstract or different, and make it a new attraction. I feel like, the saloon was a thing in my imagination, and now it's an attraction. The restaurant was a thing in my imagination and in Dylan's imagination, and now it's an attraction. Same thing with this new place. Same thing if they were to put greenhouses down there, or put a laser tag spot in a place, and a trampoline park in a spot, and a skate park or BMX park. Like, if you build it, they will come. These kids will come. The parents will come. People from outside counties where there's nothing else to do will come. they will come. And but it's going to take a village, man. Like Kinston kind of is a village in a way, and it's got amazing people here, and it's got some not so good people here. But most of those not so good are really just young kids without guidance or without any goals or aspirations or things to do, so they result to a life of crime or just making bad decisions and thinking it's okay and normalizing. I'm not coming from good parents that raised them right or watched after them or showed them right from wrong or cared where they were at night. There's a lot. It's not just that problem that can be fixed overnight here. No, it's not what I'm saying. But if you neglect it and just turn the other cheek and say, "Oh, this just is what it is," it's just can't. It's not. It's not that. Like, there's a lot of places in the world where things happen. And, like, there's a certain area I don't go to. Like, everywhere's got that place. That's how it is. But why can't we better it? Why do we got to be like every other place? Or like, people live back there. Kids go to school in those communities. There's a lot of vacant schools here. Like, there's so much vacant and so much waste of space. And it's like, you talk about it, and then nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to be like, "Oh, like, this is mine. My bad. Should I clean it up? Should I demolish it? Do y'all want the property? Do y'all?" They're not using it. They're not selling it. It's sitting there. It's rotten. It's an eyesore. It probably draws in, like, things like that draw. It just makes more crime. It literally just, like, you keep feeding something. You keep feeding a negative or a thing that's not good, more things that are not good, then it's just going to become worse. It's just a fact. But anyway, there is a lot of potential here, and there are people that care, and there are people that are speaking out and wanting to, like at the council meeting, Stacy and that other gentleman that got up there. There are people that care, and it's more people than there are people that I've never met that guy once in my life, and what he said almost brought tears to my eyes that night. It was very powerful, and he had everything he said was right. And it was. We need more of that. And I think there's a new little rebirth happening here. Like Stacy says, there's a rebirth happening here in Kinston.
Yeah. Well, man, two things come to mind while you were talking, and somebody once told me that you'll be, for us being guys, we'll be fathers to way more people than we ever realize. And I think what they meant is we're all an influence to somebody. My parents always told me, and it's not a bad thing, but they told me somebody's always watching. And they were just telling me that because just be mindful of my actions because other people are watching and learning. And I know from what I've seen from you and so many other, and thank you for mentioning Kevin. And I think about Brandon. I saw him out there pressure washing the sidewalks, man.
Actually, I just ate at this Mexican restaurant, and he actually, I didn't see him in there. I went to go pay for my meal, and they were like, "Yeah, your dinner's been taken care of." And he didn't. The guy didn't tell me who did it, and then I eventually found out. And then, like, right after I found out, he messaged me on Facebook. But yeah, he just paid for my dinner tonight. He's a good guy. He's a really great guy.
Yeah, man. You see, that's another thing. I mean, we're all observing that and watching that, and I've seen all of you guys do that. And I know that's where it can be so painful. Like when you shared a couple weeks ago, when literally kids, were messing with your air conditioning and trying to break in and everything. You shared that was tough. And anybody who knows you knows that was a genuine thing because, man, you try so hard with all of these kids. Like, I've seen you, I know you hire some at Harp and Dills, and I mean the teenagers and everything, and the world can really knock us down. but try to remember that fall 7 times, stand up 8, and just never grow tired of doing good. There's going to be people out there and other forces trying to knock us down and knock people down, and you're going to keep on getting this hate and everything. But, man, one of our favorite people I know from last time, David Goggins, he actually was just on an interview, and he said, the haters are never really going to be above you. Because most of the time people above you, they're trying to lift you up and not tear people down.
Yeah, it's never the ones that are up there, man. They didn't get up there by hating on people, you know.
No.
That's the kind of people I like to surround myself with, man. I'm not saying you have to have materialistic things or anything like that. It's really your mindset. Your mindset and your mentality and your character is who I fall in love with, and is who I want to be around and be with. If I don't care if you're broke, I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you got a nice car or a piece of shit. I don't care. Like, I just want to. I care about your heart and your intentions and who you are as a person. And I think sometimes it gets mixed up sometimes, man. And honestly, everything. And I truly think I'm just getting started. I'm about to say goodbye to my 20s. Didn't you just say goodbye to yours?
Yeah.
How old are you
I
now?
will be 31. I'm 30, but will be 31 in February.
What, February what?
25th. Yeah, you're at the
Okay.
beginning of the month, aren't you, man?
Mine's on the 8th. Are you an Aquarius?
No, Pisces, my
Okay, so
friend.
okay, I got you. Well, no, man, it's just like, I don't know. Everything, honestly, everything is good. Sometimes I overstress too. But I'll always come back to, like, dude, you are so blessed. You got the best staff. You got the best friends that are your staff. You got the best. I'm really, really close with people, man. Like Jackie Rogers, the new sheriff in town. My man just came in, just owned it. And I'm just so stoked on him becoming the sheriff. I'm so stoked on this new place. I'm going to Colorado. I just booked my flight today. I booked me and my best buddy a flight today. I booked me and my best friend Paul Corey. You probably see me post about him a lot.
Yeah,
But
no, Paul. Yeah, I've met him
to
before.
he's gonna come to Colorado with me to bring in the big 3-0. We're gonna go snowboarding and skiing. I snowboard, he skis. And anyway, man, I like to make sure that I'm excited and there's things to be excited about. And it can be over. And honestly, sometimes I think I misplace or misjudge my excitement for anxiety. Not like, oh, I'm freaking out anxiety, but I think I keep myself so wired up and wide open that even if it's slow, it tears my damn nerves up. But I like being wide open, man, and I think that's gonna work out good in the long run. To be honest with you.
Yeah, man. Well, you were talking about cleaning up vacant lots a while ago, and it reminds me of this book that somebody recommended that I read earlier this year, and it's this book called The Values Factor. And in this book, it talks about how there was like a New York City police chief that came on, and this is like in the 80s, and all the subways had graffiti all over them. I mean, they were just nasty. They totally, it just was not clean. It was
People are
not,
growing, bro.
yeah. And this guy, his first order of business was to clean up the subway cars. And nobody understood where that was coming from, or they thought it was kind of a waste of money, but crime rates actually went down. Like they fell to the floor after cleaning up things.
It would work, and that's what that. If you listen to that man in that meeting, what he said, he was looking right at the mayor, right at the councilman, and everything, and just like, try it. It will work. Try it. It will work. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't know how serious they took him. I don't know any of that. Maybe they did. But I mean, I would like to know, like, hey, what are y'all going to do with these, with this space and all this stuff,
Yeah. And that's so, I know you can do that, and I know you said that it's easier said than done. But what do you got? I mean, because I know, do you have any recommendations? And I know you've mentioned some already, like we talked about cleaning this stuff up and planting seeds and starting these gardens, but anything on your mind that can be done that could help out?
Mm.
I know it's a tough question, man.
Mm-mm-mm. Mr. Beast could come through with his Mega Millions and come right through here and clean it up. Have him,
That's true. Yeah.
make him a little red, make him something, anything to bring in some economy, bring in some people, bring in some money, push out the crime, bring in new things, a skate park. You got to be able to. Sometimes you got to believe it before you can see it. That's how everything that I've ever done, which I honestly don't even feel like is. I had to believe I could do it before I actually. I mean, that's how it goes. Like, you got to believe it before you can see it. That's how that goes.
Well, it's living by faith, not by sight.
By faith, not by sight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, man. Cheers. But it's just no, you guys. So, all right. I know you know, but for anybody who doesn't know me, I love to read, so that's where I have all these book examples. But
read, man, I really do admire that. I used to be a huge reader whenever I was a kid, and I wish I was now. I need to get back in. I still like to read. I just need to get back into it. I need to be able. I want to be able to get calm, man, and at night sit down and read a book. I mean, I do. I hope I can take new do new things in my 30s that are more like chill and calm. I mean, I still want to party and have not like party like rage, but when I say party, I mean like go to Colorado like I'm about to do for when I'm 60, when I'm 70, when I'm 80, when I'm 91, like my granddaddy that's always in here. I want to still be enjoying my life, man. I don't want to ever feel like it got me. Like life just it wore me out. It got me. I mean, I want to actually know I enjoyed it.
What was that place that you went to in Salt Lake City? I don't know if it was like High Noon, part of that distillery, but it was just a place. I mean, that place looked really cool, man. I've been there before because my friend Andrea. Yeah, it was. I don't know it does. The name isn't even really important, but it just looked like a cool place. Like when you said like partying, but different kind of partying. That's kind of what I envisioned.
My party, man. My life is my party. Like going out, exploring, meeting new people, trying new foods, having some drinks, going out and dancing. That, man, it ain't got to be like people get it mixed up, man. People, there's always got to be a happy medium with it all, when the day's said and done. But and I'm still looking for that happy medium.
Well, man, do you do any? I know you were saying looking for peaceful things. Do you do one of the biggest things that I'm a fan of? I tell everybody, write something down every day, man. Whether that's journaling or whatever.
I want to write a book, man.
There you go. There you go.
Dude,
Well,
that's been on my mind. I think I'm gonna call it the Tall Tales of Travis Stanley Harper.
hey, well, we heard it here first.
I might
No,
put
man,
some
that
pictures in it.
you could do that.
I want to
You
do
could
it, man.
do that.
I like to write. I really do love to write and tell stories and show pictures and share experiences with people. You know.
Yeah, man. It's well, that's the thing about writing your thoughts down every day. Like, a cool thing happened last week, man. I've been keeping this journal. I call it Volume One for like 8 years, and I finished the last page last week.
Wow.
So, man, that's got stories from all over. But
I feel like you discipline yourself well, man. I feel like you can focus on something or like, you know, and be calm and very, very I feel like you have a very clear like you can be you're real laid back and I feel you know and that's great. Like I wish I had more of that. Like I wish I could be a little bit more consistent, honestly. I think that's my goal for
man,
my
that
30s
comes.
is consistency.
Well, thank you. That comes from a whole lot of things. I've been through a lot of experiences. Like you had just met mom about a year ago. I actually saw this on Facebook
Hmm.
Memories the other day, but it's been a year and a few days since mom's cancer diagnosis and her surgery. And man, you learn so much in hospital and doctor's office waiting rooms. Um, I never want people to be there because they're not a fun place to be. But if you ever want to learn about life, go in one of those things, man. There's so many people, and that's the thing. And that's what I admire about you, Travis. Is like there's so many people, strangers. I don't know who these folks are, but I know we're all the same if we're in a hospital ED or surgical waiting room. I mean, we're all got a loved one or somebody we care about that's in surgery, and so we all could use a little encouragement.
Uh-huh.
And so the stories you hear in those things will really change your perspective on a lot of stuff. Um, it's just, and then like you're traveling, man, like oh, that $1 million cowboy bar in Jackson, Wyoming,
That's a cool
and
bar. Oh man,
yes, and
I'm
but
having me
it's
a bar like that one day. I'm going to have me a bar like that one day. I don't know where it's going to be, what city it's going to be in, but if nobody's ever heard me say this, they're going to hear it here first too. I'm going number one. I'm going to create at least the best bars in the South. At this point, I'm about to open up a
yeah,
third one here in Kinston. After that, I'm shutting my, I'm taking it. I'm gonna still invest here in Kinston. I'm still going to do things here in Kinston, but bar wise, I want to go to the coast. I want me a bar at the coast. It's a new challenge for me. I love it down there, and I'm probably going to choose Wilmington first because I feel
okay,
like I live there. That's where Harpin Deals, and that's where the idea and the Harpin Deals came into my imagination. And me and Dylan were living together. And we both love Wilmington. I can see me and Dylan having a restaurant down there. And I don't know, man.
yeah.
I think I'm going to go to Wilmington and try to open up something cool down there next. I think that's the plan. I think I'm taking Stacy with me. So
Oh, there, hey,
and Paul.
there,
Stacy and Paul are both going. I mean, I can't do it alone. I'm realizing that at this point, it's a challenge. I want to do this with people that are really close to me and I love spending my time with and I love working with and bouncing my ideas off of. And
yeah,
they both have so much they can bring to the table. And I feel like I do too, creativity wise, bartending wise, and whatever. I think I think we can take it big. I'd love to have one in Wilmington and Charleston and Savannah and then in Key West.
hey, there we go, man. Oh,
In Key West.
just work your way down so you can't go any more south.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
see,
I mean
man, and
that would be the big vision of it. Like
yeah,
I
that well,
love
that's
bars,
long.
man. Not just like going and drinking in them, but I like creating them. I like whenever they're packed. I love seeing the saloon when it's packed and everybody's singing and having a good time, and then the restaurant whenever it's packed and everybody's having a good time and drinking and just music going and life is good, you know. And I want this other place. I want to have a place we can dance, and that's kind of my thing. I like old music, man. We're gonna be playing all the oldies in this new spot: James Brown, BB King,
Oh
like
man,
Motown,
Temptations.
Elvis, Frank Sinatra, all the oldies and goodies.
There we go. Um, Man, no, that's a long, like you said, that's long. It's good to have short term goals and then like long term goals too. I mean, and dude, like I said, I would have had no idea that we'd be talking about all this stuff when we did this a year ago.
Mm-mm.
It's it's a wild journey that life is.
If anything, I think
But you
we'll
know,
be recapping on how did the saloon go after a year. You know.
yeah, man, no, it's so much more. Like we're doing that, but it's so much more. But I just thank you for living life to the fullest because I don't know, man. Like from people in the community, same thing for you. You know, like it's the same thing in Kinston or here in Greenville or wherever. But it just seems like here lately, a lot of reminders that life is short. And there's going to be bad days. Like, I mean, we could go on all night about bad days that we've had for sure. But I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of reminders that life is so short. So whenever I see people living it to the fullest, or and I've had a lot of encouragers. Some people, man, and same for you. You've shared with this. Like when we tell them that we go on solo trips, we get some wild looks. But I tell them like they're some of the best kinds. But I will say the best trips ever are shared with others. That it's definitely nice to share experiences with other people. But if you want to go somewhere, go. Like, do not sit there. Like, if you want to, like, if you're in Kinston or if you're in Greenville and there's a new restaurant open, you can't find anybody to go with you, go by yourself. Like, go experience that. Like, I guarantee you.
I go to so many places alone by myself, and then I'll meet people. I mean, I make friends easier than that. Ever since I was a little kid, they told me I was like my great granddaddy Woodrow. They were like, he never met a stranger. You had to have got it from him. Because honestly, and my other granddaddy too. His pictures on that wall right there, and the other one, actually, the other one I'm talking about is in on that one. But I feel like you do inherit some things, and honestly, I probably have inherited this right here, and it's what comes kind of with it, man, with your bloodline. I mean, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm you got to be kind of, I'll open up. I mean, everybody should be, even if it's not, I don't mean religious, whatever, but I really, really do believe in, you get some things kind of honest. The old Southern saying, they got it honest. You get some things honest, man. I've just learned to accept those things, but try to, control them. Like this right here. But,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't know a stranger. Like, I'm willing to. Now, some people, after a while, I ain't say I can get along with everybody, but I'm at least going to be friendly to you and to anybody that I meet. And if they take it somewhere else, then that's their problem. But
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to make about friends with anybody. Any place I go to, I ain't been to a country yet where I ain't made a friend.
It's so true, man. So
Multiple
true.
friends or people that I've kept up with throughout the way and that have led me to other places and continents around the world. Man, it's a beautiful life, man. It's out there, and if God knock on wood, if something happened, I mean, I have lived a great, happy life. All I'm trying to say, for a young 29-year-old man, I have done more than I even think I even realize. Sometimes I think I forget, and I think I got so much more I can do. that is good, then I'm kind of hoping that, I hope the good Lord grants me the time to do it. I don't want to, I'm just like, you get a little older, you get to thinking about it, like, okay, like, I'm at this age, I've done this, because I kind of feel like I've tried, and I want to keep traveling because that's what makes me very happy, and I do like having that part that keeps me something to look up to, something to look forward to. And I think I'm also going to take this motorcycle trip in May with Paul also, and I'm only going because him. I mean, other than that, I wouldn't be going, but he's going. We were eating lunch together the other day. I happened to ask him, like, hey, do you happen to have any, like, cool, like, motorcycle trips you're going to do next year? He's like, yeah, I think I'm going to do this Diablo chopper run or something. And I was like, dude, like, where is this going? He's driving from here all the way to Baja, Mexico. And then he's going to drive back through basically the entire central part of Mexico back into like East Texas. And I'm like, man, this is my best friend. This man's been riding motorcycles. He's been to all lower 48 states on a motorcycle multiple times. He's won a cross country race from California to North Carolina. And just, him and Stacy are kind of like my two father figure, role model, guiding light that I really, really needed in my life more than I thought. But Paul's on this whole, and we were both in Vietnam at the same time before we knew each other. So and we met here at the saloon. So long story short,
you guys were at that Charlie Crockett concert too, weren't you?
And that concert, we might have even talked about that in the last podcast. I don't remember, but anyway, I've just got I got the most solid friends, man. I got the best friends I've ever even, the Lord has blessed me, dude. And I'm just, to be able to have people like this to look up to and create things with and travel with and take adventures with. So yeah, I'm 100% not missing out on it. And there's no way. It would tear my nerves up for 2 weeks straight to see his Snapchats of him on that motorcycle trip, and I knew I should be there,
Yeah, man. No, that's So I don't think I've told you, but you introduced me to Charlie Crockett, and man, what an artist! I mean, that Man from Waco album that he just put out, it sounds like I haven't let my granddad, who is 90. I know granddad, who's in the saloon, is 91, so they're right around the same age, and it just sounds like something that my granddad would love to hear. I mean, I told somebody it's like having 1976 here in 2022.
Really cool.
And man, like
sounds even older than that too.
Yeah, like, and something that I put up the other night on Instagram was, older I get, the more comfortable I actually love, because I'm more comfortable in who I am. Sometimes when you're
the same way, man. I think I'm finally, like, I don't know when it's hard. I don't know. It won't at 25. It won't at 26. 27, I thought was it. 28, I thought was it for sure. 29, it's like, no, it ain't it either, dude. It's like, but that's self-progression. It's like it never feels like it's going anywhere, but it really is. You know what I mean? It's hard, and then we beat ourselves up, man. Our generation, especially, like, we're like this guinea pig for this whole, like, the technology, the phones, the internet, the Facebook. But some of us have done extremely well off of it, and it's like, and it's not an easy thing to tap into. But then again, it's something. Honestly, it's like I kind of feel like I need to tap into the social world, the media world a little bit. I feel like I post a lot on Facebook and stuff. I feel like I actually really should give it a good college try on, like, I hate to say it, but maybe TikTok, or try to focus on some Instagram reels, because it really does. it can blow somebody up, and it's I think it's a cool thing to see these kids blow up on some crazy dance or cooking or some. I had this crazy celebrity bartender here a couple weeks ago that was pretty. He's got like 70,000 followers on Instagram and worked with Salt Bay, which he doesn't really. It's really cool.
See, the coolest thing I'm going to interject here is you told me you wanted him to come on our last episode, and now that's happened.
It's been a while, bro. But we've been talking for a while. He's been busy, bro. They fly him to Greece. They fly him all over Mexico, all over the place to bartend, and it was just stoked. I was stoked to have him here, but he's actually going to come back for the grand opening at the new place.
Well, I'm going to recommend, and we can do it offline. I can DM you her account, but my good friend Andrea, the one that lives in Salt Lake City, she's really, but she had to put the work in, man. It was like a year and a half process of every day, but she's really big on Instagram. And actually every Tuesday she offers tips and everything. So definitely recommend you or anybody interested in social media following her. I believe it's at Andrea Cannon, but I can check that. And you can go to my profile too and just check. But I can let you know actually right here. So it's Andrea F, the letter F, Cannon. But she is just really big with all the social media stuff and a great teacher. Matter of fact, it's an honor to call her one of my mentors. Had a conversation with her.
She's followed some of these folks. Actually,
the travel folks.
They're in Indonesia.
Yeah, man. She's been all over the place. But I had a kind of one of those life-changing conversations with her one night in southern Utah on the way to St. George, Utah. And she's just real genuine, man. Like, it goes back to what we've said before, but believe in others. That's something that's missing. Like, I know I had a question like, what's 3 things that the world's missing? That's something that's missing. Believe in others and have genuine conversations. Like you're saying, the technology is great, and we're hyping that up, and it's great because it can be used for great purposes, but never lose sight of face-to-face conversations with people.
100%.
I've had some of mine.
That's why I like, man. I think that's why I like the bar so much. Like, I get real life out of this. I get to meet real people: lawyers, doctors, plumbers, electricians, roofers,
all of them you need,
other bartenders, just whatever, truck drivers, whoever, man. Everybody likes to come to a bar. Everybody likes to come to a bar. And that's kind of what I want to do, man. This is what I'm good at. I'm good at creating bars and atmospheres, not just bars, but just the atmosphere in general. I think is kind of what I'm good at doing, and I want to continue doing that.
Well, man, if money was not an issue, like, what's the first thing that you can think of that you would want to do? Like, take money off the table. What's something, and it may be something you've already mentioned to us.
Or
anything, man. Anything that comes to your mind.
I really
that you
don't
could
know
do.
because honestly, it's so hard to think about. It's so hard to answer something like that because I know it's just too. It can be. I can just say something ridiculous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Honestly, I don't want it that way, man. I really like this journey. I like this climb. I'm not trying to just avoid the question. I just don't know how to answer it because money can't buy my dreams. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no investor that could come through right now. Even if they're like, hey, here's $25,000, open up your bar. That's
That
not,
yeah,
they don't even sound that fun.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I want to be like, if anything, I want that anxiety. I want that stress. I want that, like, how am I going to figure this out and figure it out? Like, I don't want, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to avoid that question.
no,
I don't think it's a bunch of money or nothing that I want right now. I think it's just like this process. I want the process. I want karma. I want real. I want, like, what's meant for Trav is Trav's. He gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like, really, I want it to feel like that, bro. Like, I get amped up on this all the time if I get fired up. Like, I really do want to make a great change, and I want to do it kind of out the mud, from scratch, from the ground up, just from a dollar and a dream, a vision. You know, that's where I'm at, man. I mean, I could say, like, oh, take me on some crazy trip, but dude, I feel like I've already done that. Like, it's hard for me to really, really imagine something else I want right now other than, like, knowing the work that I put in
yeah,
worked out and it made something. I want to see my work create something and people enjoy places that I create.
yeah,
Satisfaction, dude. You know, money's gonna come and go, but like when you get to spend, make a living, you get to spend your time with these people, and I think about it every day, man, all the time. Like, this is like I mean, it's huge, man. Like, blessing wise, like I already got everything I need. I want more, as in more experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I could have just stayed right here and bartended at the saloon if I just wanted cash money every day and every night, and just probably been fine. You know,
yeah.
but I want to share things with people. I want to share experiences with people. So that's kind of why I'm so, like, I feel like I've got this momentum going right now. That's why I feel like I can't really stop, to be honest. Why would I? Why would I stop? There's
Man, no
no
need
reason
to.
at all. You know how
No,
the old people, the older generation can be like, don't stress yourself thin, don't try to do too much. And I get that, and I'm not going to try to do that. But if I wait and wait and wait, what am I waiting for? Like, who am I waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd rather fail, dude. I'd rather fail. I'd rather try and fail.
somebody told me, if you've got this idea or you got this passion or whatever it is, just start. I mean, you have to start. Like, you could have 50 million questions, but just start and it will all come. I mean, you will, never grow tired of learning. That's one of my favorite lessons that my granddad taught me. He told me, man, he said, if I'm done learning, I'm done.
So your
And that
granddaddy's
really,
90?
90, man, and still wanting to learn.
Does he get around good and everything?
Yeah, yeah, that's such a blessing to report. He can still drive himself and does really good, man.
He don't drink, does
No, no, never has. So,
he? Okay, I was gonna say
uh,
bring him by the saloon.
yeah, but he might be one. I've got a few people that want to see the saloon just to check it out.
You can still
So,
bring him by here though if he want to get out
yeah,
there.
yeah, oh yeah, no, that's the thing, because man, he's got some stories, but he's just
I'm
been
sure he
such a
does.
great role model.
And you know what, man? Like, we really do got to, I mean, really, really be thankful to hear these voices of these older people right now. And
Yeah,
because one day we ain't gonna hear them no more, you know.
no, we're gonna be the ones.
And we're
We're gonna
gonna
be
be
the
the
ones.
old boys.
Yeah, yeah,
It's crazy, man. Like it's gonna. It takes a while to really start seeing it. But when when you start having family members pass away and
yeah,
things like that, and it kind of starts to make your world feel a little smaller. Makes you
yeah.
think. I'm just like, right, I know I'm blessed. I know I am super blessed, and I don't know, man. I just want to spend as much time with my loved ones that I can. That's what it's
I
all
like.
about, man. The
Yeah,
chase and everything was great, And if anything, I'd like to stay single and stay Uncle Trav and just enjoy my time with my nieces and nephews and get them let's get us a beach house down there in Rhode Island or Atlantic Beach or somewhere and get them all a key to it and let them fight over it whenever I die.
Oh man,
that would be kind of like, you know what I mean? I mean that Carolina dream, man, a beach house, a boat, a little Carolina skiff to cruise around the waterway on and bar hop.
Yeah.
I think I actually I thought I wanted all this shit, and I ended up actually kind of just settling for the classic E&C dream. A place at the coast, and a boat,
and
my family. And my friends that are my family. When I say family, I mean my friends too, because they're my family too. I don't do the blood thing. I don't even know if I'm related to these people. I'm just playing. But no, man, I'm just really. I mean, that's what I want, and I think I'm kind of glad I discovered this at a young age, and I'm really and I'm figuring out. I guess I'm figuring out on my own. I think it's taken a lot of people to help me figure it out, though, when the day said and done. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool when you start really knowing what you want. Like, I'm not just what is it? Like, some people never fit. I don't take that as for granted either. Like, some people never figure out what their passion is, or they know what their passion is, and they're scared to act on it. They're scared. Like, I'm just glad that I have, if anything, enough faith and confidence in my heart that I can do these things, even if I don't know how I'm going to do it exactly. I just say it. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to go number one. I'm going to have all these bars. Or I'm going to do this pig race. Or we're going to open up this restaurant or whatever it may be, man. Like, you got to just have faith. You see the vision. I'm pretty much done worrying about how I'm going to do something. I'm just know it's going to work out.
I think that speaks, like, so many people ask the question, is that the journey or the destination? And I usually always say both, because
it's both. You want to reach the destination.
Yes. But
the journey, like, you want to take your slowest is the fastest way. I've kind of heard that one too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to slow down a little bit. I don't want to slow down too much, but I'm trying to slow down at least on my actions and my thought process, and really, really start to think and analyze things better. You know, that's going to be a goal going into my 30s.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, man, because like you were mentioning earlier, it's so fast paced the way the world is now. I think people forget to build strong foundations. That can be in your goals, that can be in relationships, friendships. I mean, it can be in anything, but take time to build strong foundation. You know, you don't want a house of cards with anything. They fall really quick. And it's just taking the time. Like, I don't know. So many people seem to want to rush. And I've been guilty of that. Like, we hear all the time. There's this poem, and this is going to be heavy paraphrase. I don't even know the title of this poem, so forgive me, guys. But if you look up these words, I think you can find it. But it's saying, like, when I was in high school, I couldn't wait to be in college. And then when I was in college, I couldn't wait to start work. And then when I was working, I couldn't wait to start my family. And then I couldn't wait to have kids. And then it says I'm dying. When I was in high school, I was dying to get to college. When I was in college, I was dying to get to work, full-time job. When I was in working, I was dying to start a family. Then later on, I realized I had never lived because I was dying the whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, man. I mean, sometimes I wonder, like, I don't know, it's weird, man. Like, I can't help but sometimes wonder, like, what made me want to go to, like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know if I've ever heard of the country Bolivia too much soon. Like, I don't know if I'd ever heard of Bolivia before I went to Bolivia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't. Like, I have zero clue, but like, I don't know what man. Like, it's almost like I just want to just. I don't know, man. I was 23, 23. Yeah, I was 23 and then going on 24. So, like, dude, like you kind of can't. It's hard to. I'm looking at pictures in here right now from that trip, and it's just like kind of blows my mind. Like, it's a very nostalgic feeling. I face it every day, and I know I'm gonna get it back to where I travel the world again, and I can go out and do these things. And I don't know, man. I get caught up in like being. I'm a very retrospective person. I reflect a lot. Like I don't have a TV in my house. I don't watch TV. We have TVs at the restaurant, and I'll see like what's on there. But I mean, I don't sit home at night and quick.
Yeah.
And I don't do
Are
that,
you in
man.
your
Like
vault? Are you in your vaults? Like,
I sit down. I might have me a drink. I might burn me one. You know what I mean? And just hang out and think honestly, or hang out in there for a little while. Shit, yeah. Honestly, that's it. I got to have it and just sit down. Finally, I'm sitting down on a couch, keep my feet up for a few minutes, whatever. But like, honestly, I only use my house for a place to sleep and be warm and shower. I don't like. I pretty much just go home when it's time to go to sleep. I barely hang out there. I don't have a TV. I don't even buy groceries. I don't have anything to eat there. There's a bottle of water in the refrigerator and a bunch of shit like for the bar, like things that I make homemade. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I think I'm a minimalist. Like I really don't care about stuff like that. If anything, I want to travel. I want another motorcycle and I want a boat. Like I like to ride stuff and I like to and a horse. You know what I mean? Like, I like to ride stuff and hang out with my friends, whatever. But I just don't like. I want to be on TV, but I don't watch TV. You know what I mean? Like I want to just do my thing, bro.
you have, man. You said minimalist, but you have a lot of old
man.
soul.
I think I'm a little bit crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm starting to wonder, like, I'm even. I tell you, everybody, if you know me, you know. I'm not on no normal. And at some point, you gotta let go. Like, what's normal? What do people? What do people classify at this point as normal? Whatever. But no, man. Like, I'm doing everything the right way. Meaning, like, I'm not taking from nobody. I do honest business is what I mean. And I want to keep going, man. Like, if anything, if I can damn do something cool like TV or something like that, then Kinston's going to be on TV. East North Carolina's going to be on TV. It's happened before. We've seen it around here before. It can be done again.
Travel
You know
on the
what I mean?
track.
Like, and I feel like I got a lot to offer. Like, I'm actually got some film background and I got some photography background and I got connections in that era. I know some directors here out of North Carolina that are very well known and very successful, and I just think we need to figure out what it is we need to do. Or I think when the right time comes, it's going to come to me. Because this whole feeling of me trying to go to it, I don't feel like that's going to work. So I feel like I need to work on like what it is that I want to do and start doing these things, and the how will come to me. And I feel like I don't, because it's really hard. People are, and look at this generation that we're living in too. So it's something you kind of got to tap into for yourself. Everybody's got their own way, their own story, you know. So I just want to figure out what's for me and figure out how to do it. But I definitely want to try to put Kinston on the map, though. If I do something good, I want it to be known that it was right here and it was at home. And I want to go to other places and do other things, but I want to really, really do a lot of good for this community here.
Well, that's why I wanted you on, man, because I was trying to think of what I could do, and I mean, I would love to talk to Zach, would love to talk to Stacy, whoever. I mean, this is, please let this be an open invitation for anybody. I would love to have anybody on. I mean, if
Get
there's,
them boys on here. Get Zach on one. Get Stacy on one.
yeah, man. Um, or I mean, if there's somebody in Greenville that knows what's going on here in Greenville, I'd be glad. Or I mean, if you're in Swan Quarter, I mean, where or Hatteras Village,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
you can do this from you can do this from anywhere, man. You can do this right here at your house.
yeah. I mean, really, if there's somebody in Jackson, Wyoming listening to this, as many times as we mentioned that place, I mean,
Yeah, I
I
know, right?
I would love to talk to them. I mean, anybody. I mean, I really love talking to others, as you said. I mean, we share. I
That's
think
what
that's what helped us connect when we first met each other, Travis. Like it just we both. So something that I always tell people, and I know we can all be guilty of the latter, but let's all do our best to listen to understand and not just reply.
yeah.
Um, so many times, and I mean, like I said, I've been guilty of this, but so many times when we're talking to others, we might just be waiting for our reply or what we're going to say, but we could learn a lot from people if we just try to listen where they're coming from and listen to understand.
No, I
Um,
100% agree.
well,
100%.
man, one last question here.
Go ahead.
Um, if we're talking to, I'm going to say like 5-year-old or maybe even 7-year-old Travis, what are you telling him?
What am I telling him?
Yeah, man. What's the advice?
Mm. Huh. You got good questions, man. You catch me slipping like hell.
Man, no, it's all good. This is, and I didn't prepare you this time.
This
This
was
is,
good. All right. Whenever I was 5 years old, I think I said it in the last podcast, but I think I mentioned how like that was whenever I knew that was the age that I said to my grandma and like made it clear and to my school teachers that I wanted to see all the 50 states.
yeah.
So I think if I met me at 5 years old and the 5 year old me had on his mind and told me that he wanted to go see all the 50 states, I'd be like, if you go see all them 50 states, it's going to be the best thing you'll ever do. And it's going to change your life and it's going to make you who you are. You got a perfect dream in mind. I wouldn't change nothing, cuz.
Yeah,
Nothing.
man.
I don't want anything different. I want it just like this. I want exactly this hand I was given. This is what the Lord gave me, man. I want it. You know what I mean? Feels good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No, I know exactly what
Tell
you
them, keep going. Follow your dreams. Do all the 50
Yeah.
states and then go from there. And that's what I did. I think it's kind of crazy that a child at 5 years old knows for a fact he's going to see all 50 states. I saw him at 25.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's like prophetic.
It took 20. All right, I basically had a goal that took me 20 years to reach. So what if right now, at 29, I set a new goal that I reached by 49, and it'd be like that. To me, that was the craziest thing I could think of because I didn't know how big the world was. I wanted to see all the 50 states at 5 years old because I found out there was 50 states. I didn't know about South America. You know what I mean?
Or Asia.
Later, it's just one of those things, man. Like I just knew I wanted to see all the 50 states as a child, and that was my goal. And I always Like nobody can take. I accomplished that goal. Nobody can take that from me.
No, and it
So
never
I kind of
can, man.
already made my child. I basically, I think I accomplished my childhood dream. So now
Yeah.
I want to go after like my new adult dream. It might take me 20 years to get it.
Hey, it's all relative, man. I mean, there's have you ever seen that? It's like on Instagram, man. You share. I love those encouraging videos you share
I
on
go off
Instagram.
sometimes.
Hey, man, you shared like 10 in a row one time, but they were all 10 like great. And man, I know like in the DMs, I go off too. I'll send you like 5 things in a row.
I'll watch
But
it.
it's really cool because I don't know if you shared this, but I saw it, and it's like Judge Judy of all people, and she's like, if you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. If you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s. If you didn't make it in your 40s, you can make it in your 50s, and so on. I mean, and Gary Vee is like that too. Just the other day, some lady come up to him, and she was like, I'm 49 years old, and I'm starting over. And he says, do you realize you have like 50 years left? I mean,
A whole
it
nother
just,
life.
yeah. He was like, it's a-okay to be that age.
100%.
Like it's not, you don't, it's just that number. I mean, so many people have put so much status on that, and you can restart whenever, or you can
Too
pursue
late,
that
man.
dream.
It's never too
Man,
late.
we see all the time. I mean, people, college graduates, they're 80s, 90s. I mean, they decide to do it. Or somebody wanted to jump out of the plane for the first time at 90.
Yeah.
They went for it,
Why
man.
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
So, man, that is an excellent answer. And Travis, I can't thank you enough for getting up here tonight and letting us do this again, man. I hope this is the second out of many, many episodes over
Me
the
too,
years.
man. I enjoyed this.
Yes,
If it's
man.
not more than once a year, at least we'll make this time of year the time I'll hop on at least. If worse comes to worse.
There we go. Because man, this time of year can be a little strange. Sometimes it's pedal to the metal, and then sometimes you've got a break in the action. So
Yeah, for sure.
it just it's a very unique time of year. But I just can't thank you enough for jumping on here. And man, I really
Thank you.
appreciate you and your insight and your advice, man. You have people don't even know what you've helped me with, and I really appreciate that, brother.
You are welcome. And I'm glad I could help you, man. I don't know, what it is or whatever, but that's I kind of feel like that's another thing that the Lord has me here doing, man. Is helping people in a
Yeah,
way, and they might be in just a conversation. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like that's a part of my purpose, man. I want to fulfill it as great and as deep as I can.
yeah, man. Well, I'll kind of end with this. Um, don't forget. There's so many verses I could go with, but don't forget Galatians 6:9, and that's what I shared with you a little bit ago. But it's that never grow weary of doing good, for in due time we will reap that harvest. Um,
That's a good one.
Man, it can be tough out here, but just don't forget that. Like
I will not forget that one, Collin. Thank you.
keep on doing what you're doing, and it's not going to the wayside. People are noticing. Um, we never know who we're a role model to, and that's why that lesson is so important.
It is. That is an important lesson.
But man, I can't thank you enough. As I always do, if anybody wants to find you, where can they find you at?
Stanley Saloon, Harpin Deals, and I guess I'll go ahead and name drop for the first time ever, but soon to be coming 2023, the Mullet. Business in the front, party in the back.
Awesome name. The incredible name, man. Dude, I love that.
It's gonna be a good time.
Mullet. So, do you have a prediction? I know you said 2023. Do you have any
I'd like to say
Are you
February. I like to say mid to the end of February. My birthday's on the 8th. I'm going to Colorado for that, and then we'll open it when I get back.
February is a rad month, man. I approve of that. So, not that you need my approval, but February is really
Come
cool
out for
month.
the opening.
Oh, I will, man. I'll be there. Had to celebrate both of our birthdays.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, man. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, brother. I've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Merry
Everybody, thank you
Christmas.
for
Happy
joining.
holidays to you and your family.
Thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. And everybody listening. Merry Christmas. Cheers to you. And Happy New Year. And looking forward to 2023. Probably be the last episode before the new year. So thank you guys for all listening. And thank you again, Travis.